Tuggers, welcome to Tug Helpful video number 5. In this session of the Tug Helpful Member Video Guide, we're going to discuss how to get set up and registered on the TUGBBS forums. This forum is available both to members and non-members, free and open to the public, and it's absolutely the best source of information for timeshare owners on the internet. Very easy to get set up and registered, but we do get some confusion sometimes, so we're going to go through the process of registering here on the forums and getting your membership set up to indicate you're a paid member here on the forums, so that any member can get that sorted out very quickly and very easily. As you can see, we've started here on the forums. Address to the TUGBBS forums is tugbbs.com. There will be a link to this at the top of any page on Tug, no matter how you get to our website or any of our number of websites. You'll find links across the top of the page that'll say TUGBBS forums, Tug information, things like that. And you'll see the discussion forums here and so on and so forth. If you've never registered on the forums, you're going to see the page that looks just like this. It's going to have information about the posting rules, how to register as a member, help and information, timeshare calendar, so on and so forth. So if you're seeing this page and you don't currently have a TUGBBS registration, or your Tug membership is established but you haven't yet registered that Tug membership here on the forums, the first thing you have to do is click register as a TUGBBS user in the top corner here. As you see, it takes you to our forum rules page. We certainly suggest everyone read these forum rules. They are very important. We do maintain a strict set of rules on the forum, mostly no advertising, no being ultra rude to other people. Be courteous, be nice, be friendly, don't advertise your stuff, don't register here just to promote your business, so on and so forth. And no political speak, no socially contentious speak. This forum is about talking about timeshares and timeshare related information. So as long as you abide by those rules, you never have any problems on the forums. So after reading these, you got to check the box and click to register here. Now, what it's going to ask you here is some basic information. Again, we don't take your personal information. We don't sell your personal information. We don't share your personal information with anyone. All this is used for is to register your TUGBBS registration. So you're going to pick a username here. This is going to be displayed on the forums, every single one of your posts. So we suggest please don't use your email address. Please don't use your full name, things like that, especially if you don't want things like that to show up on the internet. We do suggest using the exact same login that you used for your Tug membership if you've already had that established. So if you used John Q. Smith for your Tug membership, use John Q. Smith here. If you don't like that username, send us an email. We'll change it for you. We'll get you sorted out. If they happen to be two different usernames and passwords here, if you're already registered on both, please let us know. We can change one or the other so that they match. We definitely don't want people to have two separate logins. We want people to have the same login and password to make it easy to access anywhere on Tug. So the one I like to use for testing is just Tug Test. It's the same membership I have set here on the forums. Here you're going to pick your password. Again, definitely suggest using the same password that you chose for your membership, or using a common password that you can easily remember. It's not something that is going to have access to anything important, anything such as no one is likely to log into the forums and post timeshare information pretending to be you. So pick a useful password that you can remember. Pick the same one that you used for your Tug membership. That way you don't have to remember two separate ones. And you have to type it in twice. Very important that you type the same password in twice, uppercase and lowercase. It is case sensitive. If you don't type the same thing in twice, it'll give you an error when you try to register. The last thing it asks you for is email address. So very important that you put in a valid email address, because you're going to be sent an instant email confirmation. This confirmation just verifies that the email address you put in is legitimate. All you have to do is click on the link once you receive the email and everything is taken care of. It's not stealing your email address. We don't even use this email address for anything. It's not tied to your membership, to be perfectly honest. It's just stored here on the vBulletin forum. We don't farm it, we don't save it, we don't sell it, we don't do anything with it. So I'm just going to use a test email address. So test@test.com, test@test.com. Again, same thing like your password, has to be the exact same thing typed in before. The random question, I know this seems extremely random, and that's why it's called the random question. We use this so that we keep spam people and bots from auto-registering on the forums, and even this doesn't keep them all out. So it's very important that you answer this simple question. It's always going to be something very simple. It's not meant to trick you. It's not meant to be overly complex. The Yankees American League Baseball team plays in what city? Of course, know that it's the New York Yankees, so typing in New York as the answer to the question will let that go through. What you're asking for is if you want to put your full name here, it is not required. You do not have to put your full name in here. It's just something that can help us identify your account should you forget your username and password or use a different email or something like that. It's only used by the admins. You can leave that alone, or you can just type in Rogers. It's fine. I'll go ahead and type my name in there. The next thing it's going to ask you what time zone you're in. I'm on the East Coast, so that is sort of set by default. If you're on the Pacific or you're in Alaska, Hawaii, so on and so forth, check whatever box you want. It's just so how it displays threads to you so that you can be accurate on the time at which threads are posted. Not going to impact your membership whatsoever. If you use daylight savings time or you want it to automatically detect based on your computer settings, feel free to leave that there. These boxes are checked by default. You want to receive email from admins. You want to receive email from other members. These are optional. It just gives the ability to people to contact you through the forums. It's not going to reveal your email address to anyone that you're not personally giving your email address out to. So checking these boxes does not reveal or release any of your private information, like your email address to anyone. Where you live, type in. Again, completely optional. You don't have to tell anyone where you live. Listing the resort's owned, super handy. People look at this in your profile, especially when you're making posts, can see where you own, what resorts you own at. Feel free to type in that you own at Hilton Head. You don't have to type in the full name of the resort if you don't want to. It's certainly up to you. You can just type in your Marriott owner or Hilton owner or whatever. But again, that is also completely optional. Last option here, TUG members. If you are an existing paying TUG member, you are going to enter in the TUGBBS member code. This is a single, simple word that is provided to every paying TUG member so that they can identify themselves as a paid TUG member on the forums. This is displayed on the member-only website. It's not sent to you in email. It's not here on the forums. It is only available when you log in to the tug2.com paid member-only section. And it'll be available in the top right-hand corner of the page in the My TUG section. Obviously, I'm not going to type it in here because then that would give that away to everyone here on the video. But it is a single, very simple, one word, actually two syllables, excuse me. Very, very simple word that you would just type in here. Make sure it's either in all uppercase or all lowercase letters. It's actually in all lowercase letters, so don't capitalize the first letter or anything like that. To enter this in, it doesn't impact the registration whatsoever. If you don't have it or you can't locate it, just continue on with your registration, and I'll show you here in a second how you can add it later on down the road after you've logged into the forum. So once you've completed that and you're verified everything is correct, just complete registration. And obviously I did something wrong. Because I've already registered this. So I'm going to just do TUG test 1 here real quick. So sorry about that. Again, you have to type in your password again and make sure that it matches. Everything else should still be the same. It did change the random question. Hopefully you don't have any goats with more than 2 eyes. And I'm going to click complete registration here. So, all right. So, yay. Well, that's not good. Anyway, you would not get that message had you not typed in TUG test. I think it's something to do with that particular account that we've been using for a while. So I'm going to use this account, and I'm going to, give me 1 second, I'm on another screen, and I'm just going to type in TUG. I'm going to log in with the TUG test account that we already have. So my apologies. So now that we're logged in, as you see, welcome TUG test. I typed in the username and password that I chose. I forgot I'd already registered this before making this video, so please forgive me. I'll make sure to get that sorted out next time. So now I have access to everything on the forums. I can post, I can reply to emails, I can get private messages, I can search, I can do anything and everything on the forums. I'm perfectly and completely registered, have access to the forums. But as you can see, it says status guest. And as I'm a paying TUG member, as many of you may be, you would certainly want to indicate on the forums that you are paying TUG members so that you have full access to the forums and access to the sightings and distress section of the forums. So to modify this, after you're logged in, you're going to click this button here in the top left-hand corner titled User CP. This is your user control panel. This is where you're going to go to make any changes to your TUG membership account. So as you see here on the left-hand side, right here, very, very easy, it says Edit BBS Member Code. Clicking on that, it's going to take you back to that same page where you filled out all the information to begin with. Remember, it normally have where you live, it's Jacksonville. Who do I own? I own at Hilton Head. And it's going to ask you here, I can change my TUGBBS member code. Notice how it's blank. I don't have anything typed in here. If you have something other than the correct BBS member code, you'll likely see an error message, a big red message displayed when you log into the forum saying you have the wrong member code typed in. So this is where you're going to type in the TUGBBS member code. Again, it is displayed to you at the top right-hand corner of the My Tug section when you log into the member-only website, which is tug2.com. So when you go in there, you're accessing ratings and reviews or posting classified ads. That's the member-only section. So if you click the My Tug link in the top right-hand corner of the page, you'll see a very, very prominent link right there in the drop-down box. It says TUGBBS member code equals, and it'll have a very, very simple word there. Just type that word in here in the box, click Save Changes, and boom, you're done. The next time you log in, it'll say Status Tug Member, and you will be all set up with your Tug membership on the forums. So that's pretty much all I wanted to discuss today, is registering on the forums. Editing your TUGBBS member code is one of the most common questions and issues that we get here with Tug members and their Tug membership. So I hope you find this video useful in setting up your membership on the forum so that you have access to all of the wonderful information and the help and advice that you can get from the tens of thousands of other owners who register and participate on the forums. Thank you very much. Hope you have a wonderful day.